All right, hi kiddos. Remember, today we're going to be doing the next steps in our final beautiful line series that revolves around leaves. So what we've done so far is we've collected leaves, we observed and looked at them, we drew the lines and the veins. Next, we're going to be tracing everything with oil pastels, or if you don't have any oil pastels, crayons. All right, crayons will work too. What we're going to be doing today is we're going to be tracing our leaves, including the veins on the inside, and then we're also going to be drawing outlines in various colors around our leaves, creating a pattern and almost a barrier for when we do paint. So, first things first, get to the page that you guys had when we created our drawings of leaves. Remember, these were the leaves we collected the previous day. We looked at them, we tried to draw them as accurately as possible. And so now we're going to be tracing over everything. So when I think of fall, I want to stick with some of my fall colors for at least the leaf part. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my red, because I always think red could be definitely a very fall-like color. I'm going to trace over my lines I created when I observed my beautiful leaves. And again, you want to get as close as you can to your pencil, but it's okay if your line's a little different than the original one. No big deal. All right, there's one. Another fall color, I would say orange is a big one. So let's do a little orange on the outside of this one. And if it's easier for you guys to turn your paper over and kind of work this way or that way, you guys draw it in whatever direction is the easiest for you to draw in. Take your time. If you don't like tracing with oil pastels because maybe you think, oh my gosh, these are just too thick and I can't get all my details traced, that's okay. Crayons will work too. In fact, I'll do one in crayon. Let's see, another fall color, I would say obviously brown. And I know sometimes we don't want to use brown because, you know, it's brown. It's not as beautiful. How about yellow? Let's try a yellow. That could be a good fall color. All right, and I'll show you guys. This will work with crayon too. You just have to be sure to trace it. When you're tracing it, you want to make sure you're pressing down a little harder. Obviously, don't try to break your crayon because that's always makes the job a little harder. I like a pointy crayon, especially if your gripe is not having a good point on your oil pastel. We want to keep it on our crayon. So try to press down a little bit harder. That way you do create a nice, thick, waxy line for the paint to avoid. All right, and so just like with my oil, oh, and I broke the crayon. Oh my goodness, of course I did. Just like with my other colors, you want to make sure you're going to go and trace over all of your beautiful details. These are going to look so beautiful, guys. I just know it. Okay, awesome. I love it. Next, we're going to start creating barrier lines around our leaves. So today's step is we're going to end up filling up our whole piece of paper with lines on lines on lines. Remember, our big unit this week is lines, guys. So I could do purple around these too if I wanted to. I'm going to switch it up. I'll try something else. And it doesn't have to be exactly like my outline, but you want to get kind of close. Let's see, what should I use over here? I'm going to use a green. Awesome. Maybe I'll use the same green over here. I like dark green. It's one of my faves. And so you're just going to keep repeating your shapes. And eventually they will run into each other. So I'm going to pick up my color and just keep on going. Start over here. And notice I go off the page a little bit. So what? You pick up your crayon or your color pencil and you just keep on going. And at this point, they've kind of come together so much to where I'm going to just start using one color to go around everybody. Even over here, that might be my last line in that teeny tiny corner. Ooh, this is gonna look so good. I'm gonna do another one. Let's see, what haven't we used yet? We need like I'm gonna do something different, like a weird light green color. And yeah, we don't have to stick with the fall colors. You guys can if you want to, but for the lines, I think it looks way better when these are really beautiful and multicolored. It's gonna look way more interesting. And if you guys can see, it goes off the page and you gotta just pick up your color pencil and move along. It's okay. See over here, I only have this little section, and over here, just a little bit before the paper runs out, and same thing over here and over here. So we just wanna try to repeat our lines to the edge of the paper. I made up a few more sections there where I can add a couple of lines. And then I think I'm done. I mean, you guys can see here, we're running out of space. One more color, one more. I think I need, what haven't we used yet? We could use a pink, something light. Ooh, actually, the lime green. We haven't used any lime green yet. Really bright green. I love that. Just a little here and there. Last little line here. Oh my gosh, that's going to look so good. Now, if you want to go back and retrace some stuff, of course you can. But this is what we're going to be doing today. That is today's step. So, you guys don't need to start painting or doing anything yet. We'll save that for Friday, for tomorrow. Oh, I lost my monsters. Okay, so you want to make sure that we have traced over our drawings and that you guys create a multicolor line repetition all around our leaves until it extends to the edge of the paper. All right? Post it on Seesaw. Let me see how you guys are doing so far. I'll give you some feedback if you need it. Otherwise, you'll just get a good thumbs up or a heart. All right? See you guys later. Tomorrow we paint. Remember, if you don't have paint, no big deal. Go get some markers. Go get something else to color with. All right, guys?